Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 14 of League One to Legend with Portsmouth. Today we reach the end of season review where we look back at a fantastic season and promotion to the championship. It really has been a fantastic season. And we're going to take a look at what we're potentially going to do in the summer to make sure we stay in the championship. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel. And also don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. We have one result to run through, that final game with Accrington Stanley. Let's do it. And we said goodbye to League One with a 1-1 draw with Accrington Stanley. Wasn't anything to write home about. I think the party atmosphere might have got to everybody. Harvey White with our goal, Paul Smith with the equaliser for Accrington as we finish the season with a 1-1 draw. So the final League One table is in. So we are the champions with 92 points. Oxford United finished runners-up with 89. They beat Ipswich to the punch on the final day of the season. So it's Ipswich, Sunderland, MK Dons and Hull City in the playoffs. That's going to be a very tasty affair to see who takes the third promotion spot. League One says goodbye to Gillingham, Wigan, Fleetwood and Blackpool. Northampton and Burton Albion breathe a sigh of relief as they manage to avoid relegation. So now we move on to the end of season review. I really like this new feature for FM21. Let's do it, shall we? So the season's results, and we'll start with the League One table once more. So 92 points, 26 wins, 14 draws, 6 defeats. Look at that goal difference, plus 42. We swept everybody aside, eventually, to claim top spot in League One. We avoided the rigmarole of the playoffs, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go down the playoff route at all, because that is a recipe for disaster. 15,850 was the average home attendance. Ellis Harrison was our top scorer with 17 goals. He chipped in with so many important goals in the season. And the board, A+ for getting promotion. We had a tremendous run in the FA Cup as well. We were only expected to reach round 3. We made it all the way to the quarter-finals. Obviously beating Liverpool as well along the way. That will live long in the memory, that one. Again, another great result over Oxford. Did well to get past Ipswich on penalties, beating Barrow, thrashing Sunderland as well, it has to be said. But yeah, we just couldn't get past Bournemouth in that quarter-final, but I'm delighted we made it that far. We didn't do so well in the Carabao Cup. We were knocked out by Leeds in September, but we were still finding our feet at that point. But we did meet the board objective to get beyond the second round, so they're happy enough. I'm happy enough as well. We were disappointed to be knocked out in the quarter-finals of the Papa John's Trophy by Norwich City. We had a bit of a mixed bag with the Norfolk clubs on penalties this year. I fancied we'd go a little bit further than that, but I suppose it allowed us in the end to concentrate on the FA Cup, and it most certainly allowed us to concentrate on the league as well. On to the moments to remember, and they're all cup related, which is a bit unique. So our biggest win of the season came in the FA Cup, that 5-1 demolition of Oxford United. Match to remember was that 4-0 win over Sunderland in round 1. And the goal of the season came in the Papa John's Trophy against Swindon Town. Let's take a look at Ellis Harrison's goal. I remember this one. It was a very topsy-turvy game, this, but Cannon into Harrison is allowed to turn. It's a lovely shot into the bottom corner. Probably not my goal of the season. I think Andy Cannon's was better, but that's what was given. So there was a lot of rotation in the squad this season, but these are the key men that found their way into the best 11. So McGillivray was the goalkeeper. Obviously, he played 99% of the season, only missing the last few games. Callum Johnson was in at right back, although that was James Bolton and him swapping round every now and again. Raggett and Watmore were very much the two in the centre of the park. Charlie Daniels and Lee Brown out on the left-hand side. Harvey White and Andy Cannon were generally in the middle of the park. Ben Close was in there as well quite a few times. Marcus Harness out on that right-hand side did so well this season. 14 goals, 9 assists from his return. George Byers is in behind John Marquist, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I thought Ronan Curtis would be there. He played there quite predominantly as well. Ellis Harrison with 22 goals out on that left-hand side and spent most of his season out there, but did play up front occasionally, and John Marquis leading the line as he did. 16 goals from 47 games with 3 assists to go with it. And on to the accolades. So despite winning promotion and winning the title, I was only voted Manager of the Month once. That just shows the scale of League One. It is a very open league. We have done very, very well to go up first time round. So the Fans Player of the Year, that was Sean Raggett. Young Player of the Season was Jack Watmore. Quite rightly, the two centre-halves have picked up awards. Goal of the Season, Ellis Harrison, we've seen that already. Top goal scorer was Ellis Harrison with 22. Ronan Curtis with 10 assists. Lee Brown picked up the most man of the matches with 6. Highest average rating was Sean Raggett at 7.2. Pass completion per 90 minutes. Andy Cannon, 65 passes completed over 90 minutes. That's a very odd stat, isn't it? Moving on to the record breakers. So Ellis Harrison with the most goals in the season with 22. Ronan Curtis, 10 assists. Craig McGillivray had 24 clean sheets in the season. I'm a little bit dubious of what I do with Craig McGillivray, to be honest, when we talk about what we're going to do with the squad next season. Lee Brown with the most man of the matches, as we've mentioned. Worst discipline, Callum Johnson, naughty boy, 4 yellow cards, 1 red one. But it was history in the making. 92 points from the season. It was a memorable year for Portsmouth, who got off to a tremendous start in October. That provided them with a platform to take them top of the table and go on and win the competition. Gareth Parker makes it sound far easier than it actually was. So now let's take a look at the squad. It's going to take a lot of work to get this side championship ready, but I'm up for the challenge. So I've mentioned the goalkeeper already. Craig McGillivray will probably stay in post. We might look to bring in another goalkeeper. What my general consensus is, that if we take a look at the spine of the team and we try and improve it, that is hopefully going to be the aim in the transfer window. I'm not planning wholesale changes because I want to give the majority of the squad the chance to test themselves in the championship. I think they deserve that. So yeah, McGillivray will stay with the club. Lewis Ward will obviously go back to his parent club. Alex Bass will probably move down to number 3 and will try to bring in a goalkeeper to try and compete with Craig McGillivray in goal. Right back, we'll probably look at bringing in a right back. Bolton and Johnson did very well this season, but again, with a 3-star rating, we could do better in right back, so we'll probably try and do something there. I'm undecided on what to do with Nick Eliasson in the centre, so we'll, again, we'll probably take a look at that. Obviously, Watmore, a 4-star defender, he'll do fine in the championship. Sean Raggett has played in the championship before, so that's good news for him in terms of him keeping his spot. Again, we'll probably look at bringing someone in, maybe an experienced head in the centre, just to give a bit of experience to this side, because there's not a lot of championship experience in it. Speaking of experience, Charlie Daniels is signed on for another couple of years, so he will be very, very vital to us. Left back, I think we're probably going to leave those two there. Moving into midfield, obviously Harvey White will go back to Tottenham, George Byers will go back, Ethan Galbraith will go back, so centre midfield is where we're going to look to bring a couple of players in. Maybe on loan we might go back for Harvey White. George Byers, maybe not. I didn't rate him that much, to be brutally honest. Galbraith came in just to kind of cover the numbers in the end of the season. So yeah, we're certainly going to have to improve in the centre of the park, I feel. Marcus Harness will certainly be alright in the championship. Ryan Williams will be okay as well. Michael Jacobs will be fine. Jordi Hawulu isn't going to have his contract renewed. That is up in the summer, and I've decided that we're probably going to need to invest in bringing someone else in. Again, we're probably going to have to look at an attacking midfield player as well. We might go back for George Byers. We'll probably look for someone else. There will be players out there that will be certainly championship ready. Out on the left-hand side, we're going to probably have to look to bring in someone for the left-hand side as well. Obviously, I know Ronan Curtis can play out there, but he played quite well down the centre, I thought. Certainly so. We'll think about that. Ellis Harrison obviously did really, really well out there. It's one of those ones where you kind of have to think longer term. If you don't bring a player in the summer window, you're going to have to wait all the way till January before you can try and sign somebody. If the players that you've got at the club already don't work, and you're very much in a bit of a muddle right off the bat, and you don't want to do that when you go up into a new division. Up front, I'm still undecided what to do up front, to be brutally honest. John Marquis did well. Is he alright for the championship? He's certainly alright as a backup player. I think we are going to look to bring in a new striker, possibly looking at one of the clubs that come down into League One. That's generally what I do anyway. I don't know about you guys. When you look to try and bring new players in, I generally look at the teams that have been relegated. If they've got options on players who might go for a little bit less than what they would do normally to try and sneak a few players into your squads that you wouldn't necessarily been able to afford. So there's definitely work to be done on this squad. I'm hoping to bring in potentially 6 or 7. I don't think I'm going to do any more than that, although I always say that, and it always ends up getting a little bit out of hand the summer window. So we'll try and keep it constrained because, as I've said, I want to give the players here a chance to prove themselves in the championship. So what I'll do now is I'll go through the summer and we will try and get ourselves ready for the championship. Next time around we will have a transfer special because that's all the rage for FM21. We will take a look at who goes out and who comes in. Will I have any surprises for you? I guess you're going to have to wait to see to find out. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. Also, don't forget my member of the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord server is down in the description. I'm also promoting the charity Mind. If you are suffering with your mental health through this global pandemic, there are links down in the description where hopefully you can find the support that you need. That was episode 14 of League One to Legend with Portsmouth. On to the championship we go. I will see you next time when we go through all the new additions to the squad. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.